El Salvador's presidential elections on February 4th are all about one man, President Nayib Bukele, who can be expected to win by a landslide. Bukele, a highly social media savvy 42-year-old who has more than 7 million followers on TikTok alone, more than the 6.3 million people who live in El Salvador, is one of the world's most popular leaders with an approval rating of over 80%. The opposition figures representing the country's traditional parties have gained little traction ahead of the vote, largely because voters approve of Bukele's highly controversial crackdown against gangs, which has led crime rates in the country to plummet. Until a few years ago, El Salvador was one of Latin America's most violent countries. Now, it is one of the safest ones. Yet according to several human rights NGOs, this approach, which included imprisoning over 70,000 people, involved countless violations of constitutional rights and systematic torture of detainees. Another point of criticism is that Bukele used his popularity to undermine checks and balances and convince the Supreme Court to allow him to seek re-election, which El Salvador's constitution prohibits. Despite its small size, the election in El Salvador matters greatly. Bukele is admired across Latin America for his law and order stance, and across the region, politicians are already seeking to emulate his policies.